Welcome to another episode of SItar Gurukul. I hope everybody's sitar journey is getting smoother as days goes by. Today's episode is an episode where I make a routine of the exercises that you have already started to learn. It's very important that you have the perfect routine, and that routine is going to change from time to time. Every time you have a set of new exercises, we are going to slightly upgrade that routine, and I am going to help you in posting an updated practice routine every once in a while. So without further ado, I am going to guide you through the perfect way you should be practicing. So first and foremost, the tuning. The tuning is not something that you might be able to learn very soon, but you are going to get there eventually. So I'm just going to guide you through the basics of tuning, even though I have already had a much detailed episode in episode 1 or 2, I believe, but I'm going to guide you through anyways. So firstly, I'm going to turn my tanpura on. And I'm going to tune the sa or the jor. That's the first thing that you need to tune, the jor. So I keep it on my lap right here like this because I need to press down on it. So this is the way, and that seems perfect to me. The second string that you are going to tune is the ga right after it. So it's very important that at least the way I do it, and I recommend you to do the same. The first string, the Shuddhama or the main string or the Baj, Nayaki, whatever you want to call it, that I usually tune at the very last. So I'm going to start tuning with the Jor and then the Ga. What I want you to memorize kind of is the vibration you get when you have the Sa and Ga together. So this is the vibration you want, and then you have the Pa, the Sa, sounds a bit sharp, better, and then we do the Ma. Mine's already tuned, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. So you turn the sitar over, and then it's a bit sharp. That seems good. And then of course, when you think that it's finely tuned, then you play the Sa and then you readjust. So as you can see, it does require a bit of trial and error, but the more you do it, the more understanding of your sitar, your specific sitar you're going to get. Remember, now not all sitars are the same. Every sitar is handmade and it's not really regulated, its primary ingredients. So every craftsman, every tree, every whatever that elements that go inside into making a sitar is different, and it's very unique. So every sitar is different. So every sitar is going to have its own individual characteristics, which is going to truly show its true colors within the first few years after some practice. We'll talk about that later. Coming back, so the first exercise that you are going to do, and it's very, very important, just like the gym instructor is going to tell you that no matter how strong you are, you have to always start with cardio, and there's a reason for that. So exactly like that, I can't stress enough the fact that perfect practice is the only thing that is going to make you perfect, not perfect. It's something I've read. So the first thing is that you warm up your right hand. So to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to play da 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 and ra 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 ra. So 8 strokes in total, And since you now know how to play it in the metronome, you take out your metronome and you're going to play according to your speed. So I would recommend at this stage you could start playing it at 60 or 70. So here goes. So I would recommend you do at least 10 cycles of this, which means sa to sa and then back again is going to give you 1 cycle. So you should be able to do at least 10 cycles of this, and right after you finish 10 cycles, you're going to do 10 more cycles, but this time with only 2 das. So this is it. So it may feel like that you're going to do it for a long time. Firstly, yes, because you need better stamina, and there's no better way to get your stamina unless you do it for a long time. But also time is going to shorten down and the frequency is going to increase just as you keep increasing the speed, obviously. So we're looking for a greater speed, but not at the cost of clarity. So once that is done, then we start with just the sargam, that is sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni tha pa ma ga re sa. So this is done, then you can take a break. Now it's very important that you try to take as less breaks as possible, because because the real practice really starts after your hands starts to get tired. Anything you do before your hands are tired, that's just a warm up. This is the same theory for the gym. So once your right hand you feel is warmed up, then it's time for the left hand. So what you do is you play the sargam first, and then you play the 3x3 sequence that I told you, that I taught you. So as soon as you can play this, and this also for 10 cycles or more if you can, the more the merrier. But also try to increase the speed a bit. So once you're done with these 10 cycles, then you do the 4x4. So done with this, then you do the last practice that I showed you, which is, sorry I messed up, this should be saved for a later time. Now you do Meer practice. So it's very important for you to understand what you're doing here. First you activated your right hand and wrist, so the entire hand, the right hand. Then you kind of started to activate the line that you had here. So it's more index finger. Once that is done, then we start doing the middle finger, which is the pulling. So you do the one for Meer first. So one thing is that anyone who's watching this video and you think that you're ready to do all of this, that person should not be doing this anymore. What I mean by should not be doing is that person should already be at a level that he or she doesn't need to do this practice anymore. This is pretty basic stuff. So I've shown this practice as one of the as the first meal lesson, but you can only, if you've been following these lessons, you can only come here and start trying the routine that I am just giving you. If only you've practiced, you believe that you know the practices that I haven't showed you in this specific lesson, because those are the basics. So you do this instead. And 10 cycles of this, and then you finish off with the last exercise before the very last exercise. So the second last exercise is this exercise I have just 2 episodes ago. So if you've missed out on that, I recommend that you go and watch that. And the last exercise is ending it off with jhala, everybody's favorite exercise to do. So you do And that's it for today. In this class, I have discussed about an updated practice routine that you should be following by now. In the next lesson, we are going to talk further on further lessons, and after 10 or such episodes, I am going to give you another updated practice routine. Till then, take care. Write to me about any problems that you might have. Also, if you want me to show or talk about a specific topic of the sitar, write to me for that as well. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.